Testing, all right. You can cut out that other shit.
Hey, yo, ain't. Yeah. Run it up, Blondo.
Hey. Bitch, I'm from Texas, where we surround swangers and put diamonds in our necklace. Her drink inside my lemonade till it look like a Pepsi. See, I come from the D where we got checks and we be flexing. If you ain't from my state, then you should know don't fuck with Texas. Hey, we always strapped, we keep our weapons. My mama from the 8, she slowed it down for me at 7. Used to think Pepsi was the guy before he went to heaven. I knew what pushing P was before Gunna even said it. Hey, she zero taught me keep my weapon and never trust a nigga or a bitch cause it's expected. No killers from the country, they ride horses and throw sevens. Got niggas in the East ride ATVs with Mac 11s.
First off, you better remember what that sign say before you come down here to this bitch. Don't mess with Texas. Cause you know everybody around this bitch got guns, nigga.
Hey, see y'all from Texas. We got Beyonce, Trey the Truth, and we can't forget Devin. Big shout out to them boys, and I can't forget back to Texas. I've been feeling like Luca, how about that shit a blessing. Number 1 rule in Texas, keep it solid, ain't no telling. Hey, and always keep your fucking weapon. A nigga try me or the guys, we got no choice but stretch him. If he survive these shots at first, bet he die on that stretcher. These diamonds I got water, might just go Johnny my next one. Hey, this Texas tea is what I drink. Sauce Walker had us dripping, Sauce having hoes in on drink. Young Nasa had us jigging, dipping, ain't know how to think. Now I got all these niggas stepping, swiping, catching plays. Hey.
Ooh. It's time to get going, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. It's HBCU Tonight, powered by HBCU Overdrive. Let's get it.
It's your boy Doc Holiday. Become a subscriber on HBCU Overdrive on YouTube, and you can follow me on all social media platforms at HBCU_Overdrive on Twitter and Instagram. You can catch me on TikTok at Holiday1925 and on Facebook under my real name, David E. Smith Douglas. Also, when you become an exclusive family member, you get all the membership perks. You get all the exclusive members only videos, early access to new videos, member shout outs, and members only live chats. And also you can get birthday shout outs on here and win member when you become a subscriber. You can also hit the donation to the Cash App at HBCU Overdrive. You can hit the PayPal David Smith 1925, and you can hit the Zelle David E. Smith 30 at gmail.com. Remember, all proceeds go towards the channel, not the pocket.
It's your boy Doc Holiday. We swing to the left, down I-20, and we dip. We going down there for SWAC Media Day, July 16th, 2024. Being hosted at the Sheraton Birmingham Hotel in downtown Birmingham. And we got all schools that's going to be represented in the house on that day. We talking about Jackson State, Valley, Alcorn, Pine Bluff, Prairie View, Texas Southern, Grambling, Southern, Bama State, A&M, Bethune-Cookman, and FAMU. But in order for your boy to get down there, in order for you to get that good content, you got to hit the Cash App, you got to hit the PayPal, you got to hit the Zelle. We also got to hit that Super Chat while we on the live stream. And so, make sure you get your donations in so we can get down there. And like I said, you're going to swing and I swing to the left. hit I-20 and we dip. Yeah, baby.
All right, everybody, what's going on? Like again, it's your boy Doc Holiday. We are back. As always, you see me spiffy in my white, the white collar polo shirt, the plain one, the one that you get from at Target and at Walmart for about $16.99, and you feel like you just want to implement the horse on there. But we ain't gonna do that because we don't do the fake. We always do the real. But it's your boy Doc Holiday again. Also, make sure that you like the stream, comment, share. Most of all, subscribe to the channel. As always, get everything that you want, get everything that you need through HBCU Overdrive. Now, we got some good news today, and we got some sad news coming out of HBCU news. Hold on one second. Let me So I want to go ahead and let y'all know. First and foremost, it took a minute. My guy, my sponsor, he been, not going through it, but they have been working on a collective down in Tallahassee, and we talk about my guy, Merch Pack, Mr. Jason Hall, and just let y'all know that the hoodies are here. The hoodies are here. Real good quality on the hoodies and everything. So we're just gonna go ahead and start it off with $40. I only got a limited supply just to see how this goes as far as how much we can sell. So pretty much this is going to be the start off right here. If you see it right here, of course, with the HBCU Overdrive. Like I said, shout out to my sponsor, Merch Pack. I don't have a link, so I just have one of each except for on the 2X. I have two 2Xs. So I have one small, one medium, one large, one extra large, and two 2Xs. So I have 6 in total. Like I said, going for $40. So this is a men's large and a men's small. All right. Just send it through Cash App. That way we can go ahead. I can go ahead and send, give addresses, and we can take it down to the post office and get shipped to you. All right. All right. So that's how we're gonna do that. And so how fast I sell these, it will determine how what my return will be as far as what other colors we can get. So we are going to see how fast these sell. So I got a men's. In fact, I'm writing them down. Let's see. You got a small and a large. That's 80. So that will be 4 left. Got 4 left. 2 2Xs, a medium, and an extra large. So the shipping, I would gladly take care of that. So you don't have to worry about the shipping. I mean, but if you want me to, I mean, we could do it like a just an extra $3 charge. So it'll be $40 for the hoodie and then $3 charge for shipping and handling. Let's do it like that. Let's do it like that. Standard ship is normally $7.99. Okay, let's do $8 then. So in total, it'll be $48. So 40 for the hoodie and shipping and handling is $8. All right. So, and the shipping and handling does not it does not, you don't have to worry about it being charged twice. If you get multiple, it will be just a one-time thing, just a one-time thing. So I will make sure that everybody gets their size for them, and y'all will enjoy it, especially for the fall. So we are once I let him know what I got, we'll go back to the drawing board. We'll go in and start exploring different colorways. I told him I want to try to do one for each school. Just different colors for each school in the SWAC. And so, anybody in the MEAC, if they want it, boom. If we're going to try to get this going on. I'm actually, and thank you, Quay, I'm actually trying to work on getting an actual website going. That way we can go ahead and have a link within the website. That way it'll be easier for me to say, hey, this is what they want. Go print it out, get the orders and send them on out. We'll be good. I ain't gonna look. Mr. Emmett, I'm not gonna forget about the little guys either. They not little guys, they are giants in my book. All right. But on another note, let's get into some HBCU news today. I hate reporting stuff like this, man. I hate reporting things like this, but this kind of broke my heart this morning when before I got on here. It's pretty much before I even got in the shower to freshen up and everything. But this is sad right here. Super Bowl 47 hero, former Baltimore Raven, former Houston Texan, Jacoby Jones, found dead at the age of 40. Found at the age 40. Let me go ahead. Let me see if I can pull up an article. Let me pull up this article. Let me see if we can find something. And it's sad to hear. It's sad to hear that, man. All right, this is on NBC News. Oh my goodness. Written by Mike Florio, who is part of Pro Football Talk, PFT. Former NFL receiver Jacoby Jones has died. He was 40 years old. He passed overnight in his sleep at his home in Houston. No cause of death was announced. A third-round pick from Lane College in 2007. Jones spent 5 seasons with the Texans. A week after being released by the Texans in May of 2012, Jones signed with the Ravens. In his first season with Baltimore, Jones had the most significant year of his career. In addition to making the Pro Bowl and being named first team All-Pro kick returner. Jones returned the kickoff 108 yards for a touchdown in Super Bowl 47 to start the second half. He also caught a pass in the win over the 49ers, making him the first player in Super Bowl history to score via a touchdown pass and a return in the same game. In the divisional round that year, he caught a long touchdown pass from Joe Flacco to force overtime against the Broncos in Denver. The most bizarre moment of Jones' career happened on Thanksgiving night in 2013 when a long return was disrupted by Steelers coach Mike Tomlin, standing very close to the playing field. He spent 2 more years with the Ravens before finishing his career in 2015 playing for the Steelers and the Chargers. We extend our condolences to Jacoby's family, friends, teammates, and coaches. And we do the same thing here, y'all. That is something. That is something that I really don't want to hear, especially when you hear somebody saying that they died in their sleep and he was only 40. I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna be honest with you. As everybody know, most people that know me know I have sleep apnea. So, if you have this condition, it's best for you to go seek the medical attention, like I did. Get your sleep study. See how your sleep patterns are. And if all else, get that CPAP machine. Point blank. Get the CPAP machine. That CPAP machine works. It works wonders. It works wonders, especially for me. I've been to the point where I was being woken out of my sleep to grasp the air. So make sure if you have a condition like that, make sure you get that machine ASAP. Get that machine ASAP. It has been plenty of times. It has been too many times when I was in, last relationship where I fell asleep and I'm getting nudged out of my sleep because I stopped breathing. And not just one time, I stopped plenty of times in my sleep. Waking up with headaches, waking up with sinus pressure, waking up with just irritability, just in a foul mood. That's the type of sleep. That's what I was getting on there. And then when I got that machine, you ain't hear a peep from me. I go to sleep, man. But this is, to me, this is devastating. This is devastating. And not only did he, was, of course, Super Bowl champion, a Super Bowl savior for the Ravens, but and a Houston legend, because he spent 5.5 years in the H and was very loved down there in Houston. But to be a part of the HBCU family, born, and here's the crazy thing, y'all. He just celebrated his birthday 3 days ago. He just celebrated his birthday 3 days ago. Born in New Orleans, Louisiana. Lane College from 2003 to 2006. 5 years with the Texans, 3 years with the Ravens, a stint with the Chargers and the Steelers, played in the National Arena League for the Monterrey Steel down in Mexico. But also, he had impact as a coach. So when his playing career was done, he went back to his alma mater and was the wide receivers coach at Lane from 2018 to 2019. Then 2020, he went to he was a receivers coach at Calvert Hall College, which is a preparatory school in Towson, Maryland. 2021, tight ends coach at Morgan State University. And then his last coaching stint from 22 to 23, wide receivers coach over at Alabama State. He did not make his bones as mostly a receiver, but he was a damn good punt returner and kick returner. And when you talk about guys who lived on the edge as far as being a kick returner or a punt returner, he was in the same breath as Devin Hester. So, and it was an all-pro. So, in fact, Jacoby attended St. Augustine High School and also Marion Abramson High School in New Orleans. Spent all the way to his junior year at St. Augustine, and then was told to transfer by his godfather, and who was also the assistant principal over at Abramson, to transfer to Abramson High School. Not only was he great in football, but he also excelled in basketball and in track. When he ran track, his personal best was 10.28 in 100 meters and 21.3 in the 200 meters. So Lane College lost a good one. The SIAC lost a great one. who should be a Hall of Famer for Black College Football Hall of Fame. And the HBCU world, we lost a great one. So rest up, my boy. Rest up, man. Just hate to hear that, just hate to hear that coming, through the pipeline and everything. So we got some other news that came through the wire over the weekend, and let me go to my other source. Go to my other source. All right. Let's go back to the academic side. Academic side right now. Morehouse College. This is coming out of Atlanta, Georgia. Morehouse College announced the retirement of Dr. David A. Thomas as president effective June 30th, 2025. And this is coming from the HBCU Game Day Wire. Record-breaking defines Thomas' tenure at the college. Its innovative and impactful work has garnered international attention and partnerships with various notable institutions, corporations, and individuals. Applications from high-achieving students have soared to an all-time high. Substantial infrastructure investments have been completed and are in progress. And in his 7 years of service, the most funds have been raised among any president in Morehouse's 157-year history. With over 30 years of higher education informing his vision, Dr. Thomas' time in office has positioned Morehouse to exert even more profound influence in the 21st century. After a period of rest, travel, and time with his family, he will join the Morehouse faculty and aid in the completion of the $500 million capital campaign, which has far surpassed the halfway mark since its launch in the fall of 2021. In my inaugural address, I promised to do the absolute best I could for Morehouse, and I have since risen each day dedicated to delivering on that promise, said Thomas. Serving as president of Morehouse has been the honor of a lifetime. The best moment for a leadership transition is when the institution is strong and the building blocks are in place to achieve its vision. I believe that time is now, and new leadership can bring fresh eyes, energy, and perspective to address challenges and discover new opportunities. Since 2018, Morehouse has transitioned from structural deficits to funding significant campus projects, enhancing its technology infrastructure and paying employees competitively. Guided by a strategic plan, substantial investments in the campus's physical infrastructure have been realized, including renovating the Martin Luther King Jr. International Chapel, B.T. Harvey Stadium football field, Edward C. Moses track and field, and several on-campus classrooms, labs, and lecture halls. This month, the college will break ground on a new residence hall, and a new student center will follow in the next few years, heralding in a new era for the on-campus residential experience. The strategic theme of Morehouse Beyond Borders has included milestone successes such as the launch of the globally accessible Morehouse Online Undergraduate Degree Completion Program, leadership in virtual reality as a pedagogical tool, the creation of the Center for Black Entrepreneurship with the Black Economic Alliance and Spelman College, the establishment of the Black Men's Research Institute, and the Andrew Young Center for Global Leadership's Higher Education in Prisons program. Willie Woods, chair of the Morehouse College Board of Trustees, expressed his gratitude for Thomas's leadership. It has been a privilege to work with and served alongside David. His commitment to the betterment and excellence of Morehouse, my alma mater, has been unwavering. I deeply appreciate his bold leadership and contributions, and am excited to see what his final year will bring. Morehouse College has launched a national search for its 13th president, led by trustee and alumnus Fred Humphreys, who will chair the presidential search committee currently being assembled. Thomas affirms, I will forever remain committed to supporting Morehouse in its pursuit of excellence and delivering on its mission. I look forward to the upcoming school year and making it the best of my tenure. So, that is something that from what I heard, he left it better than he found it, and that's what you want to do. And he got a long resume and accomplishments. So that is a good thing. So he will be stepping down effective next year, June 30th. So that is I think that's the last day of the fiscal year for Morehouse College. So prayers up to Morehouse in their search for a new leader. And last but not least, Fred. I said Fred Humphreys Jr. He is trustee and alumnus of Fred Humphreys, who would chair the presidential search committee. We did get word about down at Talladega, Alabama. This is, like I said, this on something that I'm just trying to get out of here. HBCU gymnastics program cut after just one season. After one season completing as the second HBCU gymnastics program, Talladega College is halting its program. The Alabama-based HBCU stated in a release that it doesn't have the resources to continue the program. While the decision is to discontinue the gymnastics program was undoubtedly difficult, we remain incredibly proud of our gymnasts, coaches, and their remarkable achievements. Their dedication and resilience have set a high standard, and their legacy will continue to inspire. Talladega College interim president Dr. Walter M. Kimbrough said, "This strategic move is part of our broader vision to position Talladega College to be stronger and more vibrant on all levels, ensuring that we can continue to provide exceptional opportunities for our students," he said. Talladega College became the second HBCU program when it launched in 2023, coming on the heels of the inaugural one that was at Fisk University, which had started 2022. The program produced a national champion in its long season. Freshman Kirsten Johnson won the USGA national title in vault this spring. She talked about the impact that the HBCU had on her as a person as well as a gymnast. So she said, quote, "It's something I just started. I feel like now that I'm at Talladega, I can actually be free to be myself," end quote. This is what she told us, HBCU Game Day. She said, "I felt like in Junior Olympics, I always had to pull my hair up or put it in the braids. I would see the other girls braiding each other's hair doing this. I would be in the back struggling, trying to take off my bonnet, trying to lay down my edges, and trying to make sure the part was straight in the back of my head. But now I can just do a wash and go, let my hair out and float, and just do my thing out on the floor." Yeah, it is. It is it is kind of struggling when you bring a program like that. To me, I feel like when it comes down to it, like Fisk, I think Fisk had a lot of backing, but they also have a stronger. Uh, they just have a stronger base when it comes to funding certain programs. And when it comes to gymnastics, they basically had that in their plans. Surely they had an economic impact, economic plan longer than 1 year. What was they expecting in 12 months? I don't know what they were expecting in 12 months. I don't know what they was expecting in 12 months. To me, it's the only HBCU that has a band but don't have a football team. They just built, and it's crazy, they just built a football field for the band to practice on. But in my case, I think, on the real, to be honest with you, I think that they are trying to pursue to add football to his athletics. I'm just a little speculating. You know, Tamona got her word allegedly. I got my word speculating. You can speculate. All right. I'm just speculating up in here. But that, and then too, that's just my opinion. But yeah, man. That's just my thought right there. And we want to see programs like gymnastics to flourish at our HBCUs. We only have one now, which is over at Fifth in Nashville, Tennessee. But you gotta have a strong financial backing. Now, I don't know about corporate sponsorships and stuff like that, but you gotta have a strong financial backing. So we shall see. Oh man. And let's see, in the last part of HBCU news, I've already talked about the other day. I talked about HBCU Gold and the TV, the broadcast schedule, which is a good thing going. But I want to know, did anybody check out the Swingman Classic that was on Friday? Did you watch the game? Did you watch the game? Or even if you attended, if you was here, you attended the game. I know our illustrious SID for Jackson State, Mr. Travis Jerome, was in the building in Arlington on Friday. He was in Arlington on Friday to check out some of our players that were that participated in the All-Star Classic that was put on by King Griffey Jr., which is so, man, if y'all just don't understand how it was just put on. Hey, Mr. Emmett, this the one that you need to see. Robert Tate Jr. And he plays was his position? Third, either shortstop or third base. It's one of the infield positions. My man is ready. I think he's Major League Baseball ready to get adjusted to playing, to get adjusted from a metal bat to a wooden bat. Yeah, man, that kid can hit, he can throw, shout, the shout stop already. But nah, he can hit, he can throw, and he can run the bases, man. Look, hit that, man. I seen a highlight, he hit that triple. And it's crazy, man. I think most of our players are Major League Baseball ready. Christian Womble was pinned as the starter for the Classic, and it's a good showing to see all of our players from our illustrious institutions be on the main stage, especially at Globe Life Field here in Arlington, Texas. If you have not been to Globe Life Field, it's a sight to see. It's a sight to see. But I just want to take time and thank King Griffey Jr. for putting on a spectacular event here in the hometown right here. So, you know, and we can see it keep going on and going on each year All-Star game come around. If you haven't seen it now, if you haven't heard, if you're just coming in now, we have my hoodies are here. They are going to be $40, and shipping and handling is $7.99, $8. So we priced that within right there. But yeah. Let me go ahead and fix this right here. All right, so like I said, if you haven't seen them yet, that if you coming in late, and shout out to all 92 folks between Twitter and YouTube that's watching this stream right here. Appreciate y'all for taking time out on your illustrious Sunday morning to be with your homeboy. But like I said, coming straight from now, do not beat me up. This is coming straight from Tallahassee. All right. My guy, Merch Pack, Jason Hall, aka Merch Pack, who is my sponsor. You know what I'm saying? Came up with the hoodies. We just doing a pre-sale, a pre-test to see how fast I can sell these and do a flip on them. So right now, The small, I just have one of each, except for on the 2X, I have two sizes on the 2X. So I have a medium, I have a medium, an extra large, and a 2X. So the small and large are already taken. So that is Uncle said with the small and a large. So like I said, I had medium, extra large, and 2X. So, like I said, support your guy. And I am basically trying to work on getting an actual website going up, not just to only sell merchandise, but to actually put some of my shows on there to kind of to expand, expand and broaden the horizons of Overdrive Media. So that will help out immensely. But first and foremost, everybody's in the chat, but man, I want to give a big shout out to and happy birthday to the big Uncle Cedric Walker. And if you don't know Uncle Sid, man, you don't know Uncle Sid, I'm about to bring him on up here. You ready? Come on up here. What's up, Lionel? You asked me when I'm going to be here. I'm supposed to leave out. I'm trying to leave out tomorrow. Yeah, I'm leaving out tomorrow, bro. Yeah, we ready. Go hit the link. And look, he texted me yesterday. I called him yesterday, and we came up. I was telling him, look, got the hoodies in, man. It ain't that many. I got them in and stuff like that. And he's like, look, let's run a show. It's the countdown to SWAC Media Day. Come on, we're gonna get this going. We're gonna get the rest of the whatever you need to get, we're gonna get it going. And he gonna get his SWAC takes. Y'all know, if y'all was with me last year, if y'all was listening and watching last year, if you talk about his takes, you already know what his SWAC takes gonna be about. And so here you go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You see it. The king is back, baby. The king is back, baby. He's back. He's back. He's back.
Man,
what's going on?
I said, you know what? Since his birthday tomorrow, I gotta put on the cocaine white polo.
Yeah. You gotta do that. You gotta do that, man. I mean, you got to put that out.
I ain't got no candy cane to twirl around, but make me.
Well, I mean, it's okay because DJ White, Emmett, we got your back. You welcome. You come over there and fix a plate at the gate. It's all good. It's all good. And as we say, we'll put a little nuke juice to make you loose. You know what I'm saying? So you good. Yeah, but
like I said, y'all, man, everybody wish him happy birthday.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate y'all, fam. I turned the big 48 today. I was like, man, I'm gonna wake up and put my crown and my king t-shirt on, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but like I said, shouts out to Jacoby Jones. May he rest in peace. Great player. His family. I mean, he's actually an HBCU guy, that goes to show that if you are a great player, you will be found. Mm-hmm. So, the biggest thing is that, we just have to keep staying on our student athletes and say, no matter where you come from, if you're good enough, you'll be fine. And, once you get your shot, just take advantage of it. So, and he did. I mean, although Ray Lewis them team was good, but he was the one that won that Super Bowl.
Right.
I mean, when he ran the kickback, I mean, he broke their back. He broke their back, and then he was, when he was all pro a couple times too at the kick return position too. Right?
All pro at the kick return and punt return. He was in the. I mean, like around the time, I keep saying to people, around the time, there was a couple of people you didn't want to kick to. He was one of them.
Yeah.
Of course, Devin Hester, you didn't want to kick to that man, and then another person you really didn't want to kick to was Josh Cribb.
Right. Oh man, Josh Cribb. Oh man. It's two guys from that Browns team that if they'd have just acted right. I mean, what was that wide receiver besides Josh Cribb? What was the guy that kept getting suspended for
Josh Gordon.
Josh Gordon. Lord have mercy. And you realize they were on the same team. Those cats was on the same team. So, like I said, the talent is there. You can find it. But I guess you just tell me how to do it. I guess the moment that everybody been waiting for, because I've been getting ridiculed on Twitter and people asking me. So, chat, today I'm going to drop my preseason SWAC Uncle Sid takes.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, I always tell them why, why this, why that. And, I try to keep, the biases, out of everything and just call it fair and call it, what I see. So you just let me know when you're ready.
We about to get ready. So I just had to put this banner out here.
All right.
Hey man, the floor is yours.
All righty. So how you want me to do? You want me to go SWAC East first, SWAC West first? You want me to go from bottom to top? It's your show. I'm just a guest.
Let's go SWAC East. Let's go SWAC West first because the East.
SWAC West, and you want me to start at the bottom and go to the top?
Go start from the bottom, go to the top.
All right, I got you.
You know what they say? The cream rises to the top.
You know that's real. All right. Number 6. This Uncle Says takes Texas Southern.
Okay.
The reason why I say Texas Southern, I think Chris Dishman, he's going to be a great coach, especially on the defensive side. But I think what Chris is going to have to do, they're going to have to get that offense in check, which although we all know, because we know football, he understands the offensive side because he was a former high school All-State quarterback as well as DB. But he was just so fast that they had to put him they were so fast that they had to put him, at DB. And of course he became a pro, doing that.
Right.
But I think, the cupboard is bare. But I think with a guy like Coach Dish, I think they can be they're within that 1 year, onesie, twosie years on the uprise because they're in the Houston area. But I think the first year is kind of going to be a learning curve for him because he's going to have to get used to the SWAC and all that. Number 5, PB, UAPB.
All right.
Pine Bluff. I think that Pine Bluff is going to win maybe 1 because they did beat Texas Southern last year. I think that I adore their coach. I love Coach Hampton. I love his attitude. I love the way he thinks. I love the way he talks noise at the game. But you can see he's one of those type of coaches that he actually coached the entire game. And I like that. But the only drawback with them is just recruiting. I mean, I would suggest, I've been saying it for years, they need to cut them cornfields and just sell off them crops because it's scary going to PB. You don't see the lights at the end of the tunnel till you about 5 miles from campus. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you just thinking about children of the corn. So I don't blame them kids. I'd be scared too. So number 4, Grambling. I know that's kind of a hot take. I do like Mickey Joseph. I think maybe about a year or two away. Um, then of course, shouts out to my fraternity brother, Mr. Gucci Noop himself, Dooley. I think with the personnel that they've lost, it's kind of going to hurt them because with Coach Dooley, you're going to have the personnel to run his system. But I do like the fact that Crawley is coming back. So I think they're going to have some winnable games. And then, of course, a lot of times they play in the hole. So when you play in the hole, it's death defying. It's kind of like going to an LSU stadium. It's kind of like going to Alabama. It's those type of stadiums that you just like, man. First of all, I'm down here in the bottom of a hill in the valley somewhere, and then I gotta look up, and then I gotta come through the stands and be scared that I don't fall. So it's
because
that type of
one misstep. That's a long way
one misstep is over with. It's over with. And like I said, I think one reason why I have them at 4th because some of their key losses, at running back. They didn't lose quarterback, but they lost some key receivers. And actually, they lost defense, man. They lost defense.
Mm-hmm.
And Sundiata Anderson, that's tough to replace.
Right.
That's tough to replace. Number 3, SUCKS. Yeah. I got Southern at number 3. I'm gonna tell you why. They got a great running back core coming back, and but with their coaching staff, I call them seasoned salt. That's my name for them. I call them seasoned salt. Because
I call them the Gentlemen's Club.
Yeah, the Gentlemen's Club with a sprinkle of seasoned salt. There you go. I like that. I like that. One thing about them is I think Biden is going to end up with the nod at the QB. He's been in that system. He knows that system. It's not going to be too many changes. But what they were kind of known for in years of old, having like these little speedy receivers and having like a big 6'3", 6'4" guy that can kind of stretch the field, feature is gone. So, but I still think their front 7 on defense is going to be pretty good. But see, their defensive backfield is taking a hit. No matter what they try to say, it's taking a hit. Because Carter, in my opinion, he was NFL ready, in my opinion. But I don't know, I don't know what happened with that. That's a big loss in the defensive backfield because he gives them a lot. He gave them a lot of offense. I mean, not offense, but a lot of girth, if you will. He going from sideline to sideline. He's he getting fumbles, he getting picks, he getting blindside sacks, he's covering the running back, he's covering the best receiver in the Y position, which is the slot. So, you're losing that with one guy. I think what's going to be to Southern's advantage, I would say, in my opinion, I think it's going to be coaching. And I think by them having Fred McNair, I think he's going to offer some type of guidance and stuff like that. I really do believe that. I don't think he's just going to sit up and just coach tight ends. You can't get me to believe that.
Right.
There's no way. Yeah, he's not going to just do that. Because of all the staff, he's going to want to work with the QB. He and Coach Titan. So, like you said, the Gentlemen's Club with a sprinkle of seasoned salt, I'm going to put them in number 3.
Okay.
Number 2, Slaughcorn. One reason why I'm saying Slaughcorn is because number 1 is that we just don't know what Cedric Thomas is going to do. He's a great defensive guy. He is. But I gotta see what Tyler Macon is going to do, because he had me hyped when I went to see him in practice about a year ago. But it's something came over me. I was like, you know what? Doc was right. He can't throw a bomb. He can't. Now he can dink and dunk you to death now. I mean, you know, if you want some of that, and he can run. And he can run. I mean, he could take off, and I mean, he shot out of a cannon. But I think they lost some key pieces on the offense. And they lost a couple linemen that they needed to still be in the hunt. But I still believe in their defense. I really do. Because in my opinion, they still have the best overall SWAC player on defense. And that's Malachi Bailey.
Yep.
I like his game. I like everything about it. I think on the next level, he has the ability to turn into a 5 technique. You know, they use him at 3 technique now, but I think he has the ability to turn into a 5 because he can actually rush the passer. Yeah. You could put him on the end. You can actually stack box him on the end, and then he can actually turn into a DN and can become all SWAC. He's just that good.
He played DN, but the thing about it, he's so strong, he used more bull rush than he does technique. And if you actually looked at the game, especially his 2 particular games you should have watched. Like even last year, our game we played the Soul Bowl, and then the year before, I'm gonna say the year before. Look at what he did. Look at what he did to our offensive line. Whoever was on that left side.
Not trying to be joking, I thought Shador was dead when he hit him. I thought he was dead. I literally thought he was dead because Shador, he laid out and was looking up like, because remember that was the play that he thought it was 4th down and it was 3rd down. Remember when he had gone out that game?
Yeah, because he got the concussion. So
yeah, that was for Malachi Bailey. So
that's what I'm saying. I was looking at that game. I was like, you know what? This dude he has raw power. He got speed. What is he doing in the offseason? Is he working on hands? Is he working on, other movements and stuff like that to better get his technique? And he is consistent. The young man is consistent. He had 9 sacks last year. He had 9.5 sacks the year before. So that's consistency. So now let's say if he up it up to 12, 13. You never know. And then what would be
never know.
What would be his draft status if he goes up? Because now he went from 9 to let's say 12 or 13 sacks in the season.
Oh, I truly believe, Doc. I'm with you on that. I truly believe if he goes to 12 sacks, 12 to I'd say 12 to 14 sacks this year, I don't see him going no less than the 5th. I really don't, because size, speed. I mean, you're looking at a guy that's about 6'2", 6'3", about 280.
Malachi is a good 6'1.5", 6'2".
6'1", yeah, 6'2".
I'm taller than him.
Okay.
How much
now? What is his weight? About 260,
265.
See that, and that's a guy that probably can run like a 4.8. So, and can bench press 225, probably within that 24-ish mark. So, I mean, that's league ready. And you're looking at, I mean, worst case scenario, a free agent contract, and, he can get his name out there. I think, like I said, as far as overall, now we got some players that's in the SWAC that's going to come out of nowhere now. And we're gonna get into those too for all the people in the chat. Last but not least, PV, as in Prairie View, number 1. One reason why I'm saying Prairie View is still number 1 is because they have a proven winner, and it's not just so much as the team; it's the coach, it's the mentality that he has. He makes the game very, very Houston Oilers-ish. I appreciate it because I like the game, but PV, they win ugly games. They specialize in it. I mean, those people, I think last year, they averaged maybe 19 or 20 points a game. And normally when people look at stuff like that, you're like, how the hell they win it? But what happens is that he plays great sound defense. You know, they don't play that base defense. That front seven is they're coming for you. And basically they playing that Houston Oilers football. That's what they did, you know, back then. And then they had a guy, you know, like Steve McNair, which I'm still pissed off about that because they dumbed his game down. It's supposed to have been an aerial show with him. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
It's supposed to have been an aerial show with him, but you know, they kind of dumbed it down. As far as them, I think they have enough, and it's because of the coach. I think the coach, he has a pedigree because if you look at what he's done, oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Lionel. I knew it was something like that. Yeah. Okay. I think what he does is it's like what a lot of coaches don't do. It's like he puts up, so to speak, with offense, but he makes sure that his offense is just enough with the least amount of mistakes. You know, they try to play mistake-free football. Yeah. You know, they're very low in penalties. You know, they're going to play a very clean game. But the only thing that Uncle said gets a question mark. Nephew. Conley been in that system for a while, man.
He gone now. He graduated.
And he's gone. If I had any question marks, that would be that. But I know that the kind of coach that Bubba is, he will kind of work that out. And, you know, because really how I look at him like the Lovie Smith kind of family tree, you know, that, you know, just play, you know, like that Mike Tomlin, you just play sound, mistake-free football. And that's what you better do. You know, he's that type, he'll scare you with that, you know, all right, son, don't you want your scholarship? You know, he reminds me of that kind of guy. So I think they're right for the picking in SWAC West. But the only reason why I'm not picking Alcorn is not because of that PV is a better team totally than Alcorn. It's just because I think, oh, yes, ma'am, is right. Yes. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But I think Cedric Thomas is going to have to prove it. And Tyler Macon is going to have to prove it. But I will say this. If they put it all together, then Alcorn coming out there west because they got a lot of people coming back. But like I said, it's just with Coach Bubba, man. They just play mistake-free football, man. You know, they played mistake-free football. But like I said, my only concern is that QB position. I heard about a couple guys that committed and decommitted there. So, you know, we'll see what they have, but I'm pretty sure that with Coach Bubba's coaching style, because he gets the most out of his players, I think they'll be right back in the hunt. And that's my SWAC West. Now on to the East. I guess this is what this channel really been waiting on. All right.
Yeah. So before we get there,
okay, let's recap. We can recap. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Before we get there, it's a 3-team race. I would say 4. I'm gonna say 4.
Okay.
So, Prairie View, Alcorn, Southern, and Greenland. Now, each one of them has to play. They got to play each other.
They got to play the game. Yeah.
They got to play the game. Most of them are going down to Prairie View. Prairie View is still the top dog in the West, regardless of what anybody will say. They still the top dogs in the West.
That's right. That's right.
So, other than them going to Grambling, them playing Grambling in Dallas, which, like I said, I will be in attendance I'm always in attendance for that game. I really want to go.
Oh, you're talking about State Fair Classic.
State Fair Classic. I really want to go to that
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
But also,
Yeah.
that's when Jack stayed down in Houston too. So
that's a flip flop there. That's a flip flop.
If I had a twin, I have to tell him to go to Houston.
I mean, the better game of the two is going to be that game in Dallas, because I mean, Jackson State is probably gonna run bloodshot through Texas up, because they lost a lot, and you got a new regime coming in. Like I said, I believe in Chris Dishman. I really do. I believed in. He was one of my favorite DBs besides the guy. Besides the guy. I mean, I'm sorry, I still have to give. I'm talking about the player chat. The player is the greatest player I've ever seen playing that position. So,
Oh yeah,
but
I'm in Dallas already. My bad.
Oh yeah. He's local. Yeah, he's local, Jared.
I'm local. I'm local.
Yeah, he local. So yeah, I think that game is gonna set. I mean, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm very curious though. I'm very curious to what Coach Joseph is going to bring out. I'm very curious. Now, if he tries to bring that Nebraska offense to the SWAC, they might finish below PB. I'm just telling you, because that trying to run three downs, and then run for first and second down, and then pass on third. That's not gonna work. Not in the SWAC. That ain't gonna work, because first of all, you're not gonna have the trenches yet developed to even do that. So you're gonna have to, Miles Crowley gonna have to, but I think, but with a guy like Miles Crowley, he like to sit in that pocket. I'm big on him, because he has a rifle. He got a rifle. I tell you that. I tell you that. Yeah, the young man, that young king, that has a rifle. I done seen him put it 70 off of a 3-step in the air. I'm talking about 1, 2, 3. It was gone. So, like I said, those are my, those are just my takes on the SWAC West. Now, I guess we need to go to the granddaddy of them all. I call this the SEC SWAC East. Coming in at number 6. They are distant little cousins. I'm sorry, Kendrick Wade. He's a real good friend of mine. I used to ref a bunch of his games over there at Delta State. Valley. I think Valley. I like their little quarterback they got coming back. His build reminds me of Bruce Eugene. You remember Bruce? He looked into me. He looked just like old Bruce Eugene. By the build.
Mm-hmm.
Trench play is going to be. I don't know. Now that number 84, the guy that they had listed as tight end, but really he was really a wide receiver is what he was. Slot guy. He's back. And he actually gave Jackson State fits last year. Because
Jackson Davis, he
was a legitimate 6'4" prospect. I like to call guys like that stand out to me. I call them prospects. Because if they keep working at their game, I think they can go some type of pro. Because you have a lot of multiple leagues now. You have the UFL. You have arena ball. You have stuff for them to do. You got Canadian Football League and stuff like that. So, I like his side.
Yeah, he's actually from DeSoto.
Mm-hmm.
So he played at DeSoto High School. So I've seen him play. So he can ball out there.
And let me get this right, because y'all got Valley has the DeSoto quarterback too, right?
He's not from where he lives in DeSoto, but he didn't go to DeSoto. His name is James Fisk. He went to WT.
Right.
Yeah, that's way here on the north side of Dallas. So, but he went to WT White. So he's on. Yeah, he started some games last season too. So and the thing about it is too. When I looked at it, I asked Coach Wade last season. Y'all come to Dallas a lot to get some players. What's up with that? Texas?
Yeah, I mean, I believe in Coach Wade. I just think that the Valley faithful, if you will, I just believe that the Valley faithful need to give him time. Give him time. Even if you come through this year, right? If I was the AD or the incoming AD or even the interim AD there, I would give him 2 years even after this year. And I'm going to tell you why. Right. Because a guy like that, if he takes a kid and keeps him there 4 years, they're going to be into that. They're going to have a mind state of that Delta State-ish kind of mode, that winning mode, not accepting less and, stuff like that. And I think, but I think the Valley's biggest problem is that they don't recruit the cornfields the way they're supposed to. I've never understood that because that's what they used to do back in the day. I mean, if you went to Cleveland high school back then, you were going to Valley. That was known. I don't know what happened to that. Greenwood, Greenville. I mean, I don't know what happened. If you from Leland, Mound Bayou, all that stuff like that. I mean, you headed to the Valley, so I think he needs to kind of get back into that because he has a great program that he can recruit from. They did the because they don't have the Cleveland East Side anymore. They consolidated. Right, they consolidated, and now it's just the Cleveland, whatever they call it. And I mean, there you go, right there. I mean, you can get, coming from teams like that, especially with all the talent combined, you can actually, okay, let me see who the starters with not that many stats, or let me see what your second team look like, because those guys gonna be horses, So
to me, when it comes to it, I would say you could go Shaw. Shaw got a strong program.
Oh yeah, Shaw, yeah. You talking about Slack, my frat? Yeah, my frat brother Slack down there. Yeah, Slack. Anthony Davis.
Rubel Central. You can go to Greenwood, LaFleur County. That's not next door.
You can even go. You can even go to the academy over there in Greenville and Greenwood. Both of them academies, because those are black academies. So,
and then also you can you hit that JUCO. You got Mississippi Delta right down the street in Morehead.
Man, you got Mississippi Delta, and you got the champs, Kahoma, right there. You got Kahoma right there. They had been the champs lately, but they put out great prospect stuff traditionally. And like you said, you got Mississippi Delta right there. I mean, I don't get it.
You got Holmes Community College down the road.
Yes, sir.
You got some places you can go to.
Man, you know your stuff. Yes, sir. You know your stuff. Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. Come on, I
don't. But see, Doctor, what is it? Okay, explain to me what it is, what you think, why they not recruiting the Delta.
To me, I feel like they're not recruiting the Delta the way it is because it's Delta State is in the backyard. Delta State, 30 minutes from Itabena. The way how you go to Parchment, that's the way you go to Cleveland. So they coming in and they trying to get the same player that you want to get, but also I'll put it like this. Valley gonna have to kind of sneak into Jackson, get some of them JPS players out there.
I agree because the crazy part about it is that in the Delta region, them kids trying to go to 1400, and they making it known. They are making it known, like, man, I go ride the bench with Coach TC. So and then the biggest steal that we got was what's that defensive tackle we got coming in from MDC? What's his name? Defensive
Uh,
tackle.
from
That was he was, he was first team JUCO. What's the guy's name? The one that had Get Ready playing when he announced that he was coming to Jackson State. You know him. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, now am I happy that we got him? Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm happy. But that's something that Valley needs to work on. You can't allow somebody to come in your backyard and get that. Get that. There you go. Timing. That's him. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it, Tonio. Yes, sir. Appreciate it, nephew. That's him. And I mean, and taking the JSU eyes off, just go look at that young man's tape.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he doing that against JUCO competition. He doing that against Mississippi Gulf Coast, and they were the champs. He's doing. I mean, 2 sacks that game. So I mean, you can't let your talent get away from you. But I'm so glad that we got TC for that. All right, let me move on. All right. Number 5. I'm not trying to make people mad. These are Uncle Sid's preseason SWAC takes. BCU. I got BCU at number 5 because Coach Woody, defensive guy. They're gonna be scrappy. Excellent recruiting. Questions at QB. What is this? Spagner. What was his name? Sprague. What was his name?
Luke Sprague.
Sprague. Yeah, he's coming back. Average. Pretty decent. But their recruiting is superb. Watch out for. I'm not trying to piss off Charleston White if you're watching this, but watch out for Lil Rick Ross. He's like that. He's like that. I mean, I looked at some of his tape. He's like that. Great recruiting. I just think it's going to take some time for it to get together. I think as far as them playing in Jacksonville, they 50-50 because they did come last year to Jackson State and the final score was 22-19, but they were some scrappy guys.
Mm-hmm.
And really they played us very scrappy. But our play calling, but that's a whole nother story. On both sides of the ball, they were very suspect last year. But I do believe in Woody. I do. He was great. He was a great college player. A lot of accolades coming from down that way. Great DB. He's a great motivator. He reminds me a lot of Hampton at Pine Bluff. Great motivator of young men. You'll run through a brick wall for him, but he can recruit his tail off. But I just got to see him put it together. I got to see him to put it together. Number 4, Maynardville. One reason why I'm going to go with Maynard there is because of one thing. He has a lot to prove. I don't think he wants to leave the SWAC. I think he needs to I think he wants to put a good showing out there. But with me, I know that Langford is a bridge guy. He's a traditional, Sandlot kind of guy to me. He like say we were playing another neighborhood back in my day. We get Langford. He could play quarterback, running back, all that stuff. But I just don't think that's going to win too many games for them. I think it'll be some winnable games if he's at the helm. But I think it's time for them to get on that Avion train. It's time. I know he was hurt last year. I don't know. I hadn't heard any updates on his health or anything like that. I just don't know. I mean, what he did in the MAC conference, it was great. I mean, that kid was a stud. But injury concerns with him. Injury concerns, man. Injury concerns. But I think if he plays, then they can possibly pull some stuff out because Maynard knows that this is do or die for him. This is sink or swim, you know. So, you know, we'll see and we'll let the games be played. Number 3, them damn Hornets. One reason why I put them here, and I know it's going to be some people who disagree with me on it, and that's fine because I would love to hear you guys' commentary. That NCCU game is going to tell a lot about them. You know, you got two good teams about to mesh, but I am concerned about them losing 2 great corners in Bubba. Although they got Dozier, which was what's the name, right hand man. Yeah. So I think the defense front 7 is going to still be the front 7, but I have concerns about the defensive backfield. Now, I guess what people are waiting on me to say, and you can clip it.
Let's go.
Andrew Body. All right. Andrew, Bama State should have done everything, and I mean everything. They should have promised his next 4 generations scholarships as long as they carry his name. And that's a guy by the name of Keyshawn Johnson. Those 5'10", 160, 6'1", 170-pound guys, that ain't gonna get it. They're gonna get jammed at the line. They're gonna get jammed. They're gonna get jammed at the line. And especially, this is my first time even looking on a roster, unless now Craig can probably answer that. This is my first time looking at their roster, and they don't have no big burly backs. That's a problem. That's going to be a problem because Andrew Body, he plays better when he actually has a running game, you know. But the Andrew Body, if he comes back, the Andrew Body that we kind of know, if you will, he can get you 20 points. No matter who on the field, but I just think they just on that offensive side, they lost a lot, and they lost a lot of that line. So, you know, me personally, I don't know why people are so high on them. I just don't know why. I think potentially they're going to take one of those Southern dives this year because this year you're going to have to score points, and I'm going to explain why with the top 2 teams in the SWAC period, regardless of division. You're gonna have to, and he's gonna have to have somebody to throw to. I mean, if I'm playing defense on him, I mean, all I'm doing is just spying Andrew Body, and Andrew Body gonna have to beat me. He's gonna have to beat me. He's got to prove that he can beat me. 2-on-1, as a matter of fact, 2-on-1. Craig, 2-on-1, not 1-on-1, but 2-on-1, and let everybody else just run lanes because you got to get to them. So that's why I got them at number 3. And the 2 losses that I'm predicting that they're going to lose, I think they're going to lose to FAMU. I think they're going to lose to Jackson State. All righty. Number 2. It's cozy as ice. FAMU. One reason why I put FAMU there. Yeah, it's cozy as ice. Warm and cozy. One reason why I put FAMU there. Now, impeccable talent. Matter of fact, they got one of the guys that was on the Spear team for all us Florida State fans. I always been a fan of Florida State, Michigan, guys like that. he was on the spirit team, wide receiver guy. And he showed out. You hear me, that boy showed out. That it was the last game of the season. Them going into that ACC championship, and he's coming to Florida State. I mean, not Florida State. I mean, sorry, FAMU. Now, what I'm hoping for is warm and cozy. I hope, Uncle said, telling you this. I hope that you start Meritovich. Please, sir. Please start him. He's been in your system, man. Look, I'm with you, man. Start him. But no, in seriousness, based on my take, I've been around the game a long time. A lot of people know. Well, Chad, if you don't know, me too, Ms. Mayor. Me too. I was a college football referee for 12 years. I did it on the high school side 3 years as well. FAMU, in all honesty, you go with Meritovich, it's on your ass. Excuse my French. If you think about even putting a jersey on Richardson from FAU, it's your ass again. My only concerns, which I don't have too many for them and about them, if I was a coach, but I don't know how they do seniority there. I don't know what I know. Well, I kind of know what kind of system. I'm gonna explain it to you in a second. That they're more than likely they're going to run. If I was a coach, there's no way that I have Hendon Hooker's little brother on my team and I don't start him. There's no way. There's no way. Because I mean, worst come to worst, he's gonna play similar to his brother, some kind of way. He may not be his brother, but he's gonna be similar. They're gonna have some things alike. And also with Martin actually got in the game with Miami, and I actually saw him, and he has a cannon. He has one of them. I call him cannon. I think with FAMU, this is just my take on it. I think the coaching is going to jail because I think why they're getting a lot of skilled players is because we're going to see a lot of that Canadian. Oh, you're welcome, sweetheart. You're welcome, Ms. Lynn. They're gonna try to bring some of that Canadian style because they got that guy that's the CFL Hall of Fame guy. He was an all CFL quarterback. He's the quarterback coach. Then they got the guy, other guy, offense coordinator, CFL experience. Then they got cozy as ice, CFL. But this is my thing. Those comeback routes, those Z routes, those sluggos, those wiggles, those drags and stuff like that. That's basically we call that 10 in a cup. And Doc know what I'm talking about. 10 in a cup, 10 yards. And if we can get that 10 yards, then we're gonna go over the top. And that's gonna be the game plan. But the thing about it is with the last but definitely not team I'm going to talk about, I'm going to tell you how that's not going to work. But I think on most teams, it probably is going to work because, you're going to have so many different crossing routes and crossing patterns, because they're going to actually use dual Z's, doubles on rights, doubles on lefts, stuff like that. Then they got the running back coming back. He was a pulverizer. He coming back. So, you gotta man up when you hit his ass. I mean, I'm just being honest. You got to. He's a big young man, huge to be a running back at that. Yeah, you got a linebacker running with the football. So I stood
next to him at Chepshield game when they was coming in from the that's coming in when we had the second rain delay after halftime.
Yes, yes.
He bigger than me.
Oh man. And he's some kind of big.
I'm
If he bigger than you, because see, Doc, you look like you can still play football like today.
I'm a big dude. I'm a big dude and everything.
Like
But
today, I ain't talking about they got to put you on a weight program and all that. You could actually go put some pants on today. It can fit right on in. So he bigger than you. Yeah, he big kid.
When I took a picture of him, I was like, I told my mama, I told my mama she was with me. I was like, Mom.
Right.
That dude bigger than me, Mama.
Yeah, he's huge.
You go ahead.
Like I said, it's just going to boil down to the quarterback and who they choose. But I'm just letting you Ewans know that we ready for Air Canada. So don't even try it. Don't try it. And don't have me to get on phone with TC and give him a game plan. So y'all better leave me alone on Twitter talking noise to me. You don't know me like that. And I be all for HBCU. Nah, let me stop Miller, man. But that's one reason why I picked him number 2. It's just that simple fact. I mean, he's coming from Canada. Now, has he been in the US? Yes, he has. He's been on FAMU staff. I think they have a lot to prove. They lost a lot of talent, but they obtained a lot of great talent too. They got a guy from Michigan, linebacker. He's a national champion. Bringing, although he didn't play per se, but he's practiced with them. So that's a different type of pedigree. Winnable, viable, if you will, type of pedigree. Couple wide receivers. They got Lockhart back. Lockhart is actually my favorite, besides the guy coming from Florida State. The guy from Florida State, that's my favorite by far from them. They got Mr. Baby Maker coming in, Mr. Davis on his third SWAC stop. I like Mr. Lockhart. He was committed to JSU. I hate that we couldn't keep him. I really liked his game. I really did. He reminds me of like a Marvin Harris, very precise route runner. He's kind of what you need, when you need a first down, or, when you need you on 4th, you on 3rd and 13, and you got a guy that's going to run by the sticks, and he can juke a guy and then throw that hand up and say ball, and he can catch it. You need guys like that on your team. Last but not least, the Jackson State University. Now, let me explain. As you guys know, I'm always explain why.
You got the spotlight on this one right here. The floor is yours.
Okay. All right. One reason why I say the Jackson State University. 2 initials. TC. TC is going to be calling plays this year. Be on the lookout for that. Coach Thomas, as I call him, just being funny, that's his first name. One reason why I believe in his offensive set is because he's done it on each level that he's been on. If you go back to those Kahoma teams, when he was head coach, our offense coordinator, not head coach, but offense coordinator, that was anywhere between 28 to about 37 point a game team. When he went to North Carolina, they made the Celebration Bowl, and he was the offense coordinator. There's a lot of production coming back on both sides. A lot of SWAC production that actually understands the SWAC, understands what to look for, understands concepts. They understand SWAC officiating. Oh, and this shouts out goes to EA. EA, I saw in another chat that you was asking a question, and this actually to all you guys. You were asking a question about what are you guys are going to do about SWAC officiating. I can say it's going to get better this year because behind the scenes, I've been working a couple of my buddies that have been in like like group of 5 and some been in group of 4. I mean big 4 or whatever. Some of those people are coming. It's about 7 or 8 of them. So just to answer you guys' question on that, some of them are coming, but I'm not saying that they're going to do a lot of games because, we have to work. I mean, it's a job, would you rather, get $1,000 in a game from JSU, or would you rather go down to USM and get 2,100? I mean, for 3 hours of work. So, but we're working on that though. We're definitely working on that though, because it's embarrassing. And by my being a formal official, well, I'm still licensed to be one. But by my being an official, it's very embarrassing to me that some of my colleagues, they can't call something as simple as motion. They don't understand just simple stuff like motion. If you see an offensive lineman shaking, you don't say nothing. You can at least just tell them like, stop doing that. So I mean, it's just little small stuff like that, and then them just learning just the nuances of the game. You got to know when what's a proper hand check. You got to know, what it means to watch a game from hash to hash, because typically when you're watching games from hash to hash, you can see everything in between the hashes. So it's like a 1, 2, 3, and you see everything. So, those are kind of eyes that, most great officials have. And also switching subject. Sorry, I went on a tangent there, but going back to with TC, that defensive line that's coming back. I'm saying this, and I'm gonna take my glasses off so y'all can see that I don't have my JSU eyes on. But that defensive line from end to end is going to remind you of 2022. You have been warned. Offensive output, really didn't have any problems with that. It's just it was just concepts and execution last year, and turnovers, fumbling. We had a guy that in his mind was just all world, but anyway, with that. So those are my SWAC predictions. I think it will be a 2021 rematch of Prairie View University and Prairie View A&M University versus the Jackson State University at the Vet, because Jackson State will, based on my predictions. Oh, I'm sorry, FAMU. I apologize. I got y'all losing one SWAC game, and that's the JSU. Everything else, I think you guys will run bloodshot through the SWAC. But I do have you guys losing October 19th in Jackson. One reason why, of course, the fanfare. Of course, this is the game that has been circled for the last, it'll be 12 months in August. So, that's the one that's going to be a lot of pride. It's going to be a lot of Twitter talk leading up. It's going to be, just an old school brawl. But I got Jackson State pulling that game out 35-24. Jackson State will go undefeated in the SWAC. I don't think Jackson State will lose a game. I think the only game, there's 2 games to watch for. I think it will be Grambling, just because it's in the hole. It's just something, like I said, we were talking about earlier. It's just something about the hole, man. It's just like, you go to that place, like, do you really feel like playing football today? Because I'm just looking around like, if I run a certain way, am I going to get stuck down here? Or, just all kind of stuff that goes through your mind down there. And of course, FAMU. But I think Alabama State is going to feel it this year. They're going to feel it because if you look at the game, if you look at that Alcorn game and you look at that Alabama State game, those 2 teams, on paper in the score sheet, they did win. But if you actually watch the game, because I was at both games, Jackson State lost 7-on-7 to themselves. That's what happened. Because if you look at the amount of points, I mean, you had 4 turnovers in a game, but you only lose by 5. What does that tell you? If you have another 4 turnovers in the game and you only lose by 4, what does it tell you? It wasn't your team. It was Jackson State playing themselves. Like, I don't know if they were just slamming each other at halftime or something. I don't know what went on with that. But I will give my top 5 SWAC teams. Top 5 SWAC teams. Number 5, coming in at number 5. Alcorn. Alcorn top 5 SWAC. One reason why the top 5 they have people coming back. They got a guy that you're gonna run through the wall. Hell, they got G on the sideline cursing them out. Can't wait to see that. Number 4, and I know it's gonna be controversial. PV. Prairie.
Woo!
Yeah. One reason why I said Prairie is the 4th best team in the SWAC is because we don't know about their quarterback situation. Now, will they run bloodshot through the West? No, I think they'll be 6-2. Again, probably in that SWAC West. They'll probably drop. They'll have 2 losses, but that'll be enough in the SWAC West. Coming in at number 3, Bama State. One reason why I'm saying Bama State, because they will have 2 losses on their schedule, which will be Alabama State as well as FAMU.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Cozy Crew. The only reason why they are number 2 because they will have 1 loss to JSU. And of course, number 1, the JSU. Without my glasses on, I just think this is TC's time. I feel more than confident that he's an outstanding play caller. When he calls the plays, he's probably the best play caller in the SWAC, and it's not even close. It's not even close. He got the helm one time, which I still don't understand to this day why we demoted. That's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. But I mean, that was when Alabama A&M were pumping back then, because they still had a quill. They still had a cool glass, and people talk about, well, yeah, he was sacked. He. But if you go back to the game, we only scored 1 defensive touchdown. So 61 minus 7, that's 54. So when TC was so when TC was at the helm, he put up 54 points, and 3 of those, 3 sets of those points were field goals. So just imagine if he didn't kick 3 field goals, you're adding 4 more points. So that's 12. So that's 54 plus 12 equals 66. So that would have been, yeah. You see what I'm saying? So that's one reason why I make those takes. I hope you guys enjoy me. Of course, again, today is my birthday. If y'all like, throw me a couple brewskis aside for my birthday. That'll be cool. But I'll put my Cash App in the chat. Also, please, ma'am, please, sir. Even if you don't donate anything to me, please donate it to Doc, because he's a great civil service for the SWAC. He's a great advocate for the SWAC. He's a great advocate for HBCUs. Of course, you see, he knows his stuff, and that's always a positive. That's proof positive. We love your show, Doc. We love you. I thank everybody for the birthday wishes. I thank y'all for listening to Uncle Sid's preseason SWAC takes. Hopefully, Doc, maybe behind the scenes we can kind of discuss and maybe do when the season start in the chat. I'll let you guys decide this, and I'll give you guys a second. Would you like for me to maybe come back during the season one day a week or something, and we just and me and Doc talk shop, talk about the game.
Yeah,
It's up to the chat. Whatever the chat says, you let me know, and if y'all don't mind putting it in the chat, just let me know. And I promise you, if it's a yay, I promise I'll do it.
Hey, just keep on stay on for a second.
Okay.
She in the restroom, but my little sister done came into the building, so they said yes.
All right.
Everybody saying yes.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. I definitely. I'll be honored. Yeah, I'll be honored. No problem. I'll be honored. As you see, I hope you guys see that I always explain. And let me answer EA. EA is saying that our coaching staff is too young. That's a great observation. And I'm going to tell you why that's a great observation. I'm going to ask you this question, EA. Does this generation, do they listen to Public Enemy? Or do they listen to NBA Youngboy? Think about it. Think about it.
And don't get me wrong, we do got some seasoned coaches on our staff too. You know,
yeah, we got some seasoned guys. I mean, we got the ultimate guy in TC. I mean, TC and Coach O, and then, but see what a lot of people are looking past is that the strength of Texas Southern. That's one reason. And to all you TSU Texas Southern fans, I wasn't trying to insult you guys, but at the end of the day, what you guys were known for, the trenches, y'all lost it, because the best, I'm gonna say he top two. Maybe the guy at FAMU number, he could it might be 1A, 1B-ish. But you realize that Jackson State just got the best offensive line coach in the SWAC. He should have been, I don't know what, I don't know how, I don't know why nobody has picked him up yet. Because if you look at Texas Southern trench play every year, man, please, they quarterback rarely get hit. They running back gonna have a hole about a garage door opener wide. I mean, and EA, this guy's at Jackson State. So, and you're right, he's a younger guy too, but I mean, you just gotta watch him, man. He's that good. And the guy that you have too, I'm impressed with him too. He's that good as well. I think the strength of the team with FAMU is gonna be, I get argued with. I get argued with by a lot of their fans, but to me, because I've been around so many coaches and players in my day, the strength of that team is that quarterback coach that was at all CFL. You better let that man run that offense. That would be my OC. Man, look,
his name is Henry Bird.
That man came from Temple, went to the NFL. Then for a couple seasons, then went to Canada, played 16 years in Canada, but made all CFL 14 of those at the QB position. And you telling me that the only thing he been a coach is the QB? Boy, you crazy. You crazy. No, he know how to coach offense. So, but hey, I'm glad. But EA, I'm so glad that he's not. And like I said, I'm rooting for Maritovich. I'm rooting for your son. If you're watching this show, Uncle Sid loves you. I want you to start, and I want you to start against JSU. Yes, I'm being funny as hell, because if you do, your shin gonna be broke. And I'm just letting you know that now, because we got the best D line. I'm telling you. Now I could give you the top, if y'all want, I can give you the top 5 defensive lines in the SWAC. Number 5, this is going to be a shocker to people. Alabama A&M. Yeah. Number 4, PV. Number 3, 2, FAMU. And number 1, DLO. Alabama A&M has a defensive line. They are raw. Oh, yeah. Saw some tapes, couple good, but I can't be releasing their names though, because they don't, can't real identity and stuff. But they got some Hummers on. They got some big trucks on that line, and they pretty swift too. So, but yeah, I will be elated to come back every week and we discuss the games. Let me know. We can do MEAC as well. I have to just get stats, and see what's going on with that. That's fine.
Yeah,
but I pretty much know the SWAC games every week. But yeah, I'll be welcome to do that. Ain't no doubt. And like I said, I give unbiased commentary, just like Doc. Although, yes, I'm a multi-HBCU graduate. We all know that. I went to Tougaloo and Jackson State. But I'm going to give you an unbiased, and I'm going to tell you why. As you can see, I'm not saying nothing about FAMU. I think they're going to be loaded. The talent is there. No doubt about it. And like I said, I ain't gonna lie, yeah, I kind of want to swipe that boy from Florida State. I ain't gonna lie, that young man, I kind of want to swipe him because y'all swipe Lockhart, so I kind of want to swipe him. Matter of fact, I'm looking into it too, by the way. So, but I thank you guys, man, and again, thank you for all the birthday wishes. And who is that lovely lady there?
This is my sister, y'all.
Hey,
So this is my blood sister. This is my blood sister.
Mom and dad.
My name Diana. So
ain't that something? Ain't that something?
I'm saying his birthday today.
Oh, that's why I got the crown on. I'm a king today, baby. You know what I'm saying? Look what the t-shirt
You
says.
should have exactly what you want.
Yeah.
So,
I'm making it known. Yeah, we're making it known.
She gonna try to tell you what we need to do to try to get the donation going, because we need to get it going.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get down. I'm gonna get down, but I'm gonna be in the chat. Nice to meet you, sis. I can't wait to meet you in person. And they all know me when I see you. Of course, I'm gonna have something with me. I don't know if you're drinking. I ain't trying to get you in trouble.
Hey,
but
I'll take a shot too. I don't like nothing that hurt, but I'll take a shot with you.
You're gonna have 1738.
Do you remember the old school Ray Charles commercial with Pepsi? Do you remember? He said, "You got the right one, baby." All right, man. Y'all take care of it. I'll be in the chat. All right.
Charles.
Hey, y'all gotta see. That's a split image of Black Don't Crack.
That's right.
So yeah. Last but not least, look, it's Countdown to SWAC Media Day. So if you got questions for me, send those questions in. You can send them through. You can send them through comment. You can send it through Twitter. You can also send it through, if you have, of course, you have my number. You can send it through my phone number. But most importantly, we want to get the questions in. I want to give me at least, let's say 2 questions. But I want 3 for the commissioner. For the commissioner, so 3. And then for all the other for all the other coaches, see if you can send your questions in. If you can, when we get there, when we set up on Tuesday, make sure be in the chat. Have all your questions in. I can write them down. I can screenshot it. I can do whatever I need to do to make sure that we get all those questions answered, especially from the commissioner. I've also said that I'm trying to do more on interviewing other podcasters, other creators, to get to get a spin on what they think about with SWAC Media Day. But the order for, like I said, in order for me to get there, we got to get the try to finish out the donations. I have
donation.
So I had to, it was made a mistake, and we try to get everything settled.
Make no mistake. God don't make no mistake.
My sister said God don't make no mistakes.
That's right. Let's support our people. All right.
You see what I used to go through when I was little?
You do. Still do.
You see what I used to go through when I was little? You know what I'm saying? But but yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it on up. And Uncle said tell him sis. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this on up. Let everybody know what's going on. Like I said, we're gonna try to leave out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow to get down to Birmingham. Really why I'm saying I'm just gonna leave tomorrow evening is because I don't have nobody going with me.
Yeah,
So I don't want to be driving on the road by myself. So I've already picked the thing of, taking a bus, getting there, and just trying to find, just having a place to stay.
Yeah.
But I try to get there try to get on there Tuesday morning. But I got some other things to do tomorrow, like get this thing done. Like a bird nest. But I'm not trying to go out there looking like Scarecrow. I ain't trying to go out there looking like no bum. Because if my granny was here, she would probably cuss me out. And she don't cuss like that. She don't cuss. If she was still alive today, she would probably cuss me out. And she would probably do it in the most holy, sanctified way. I'm just saying, I know my granny. She'll tell me, don't go out there looking like no damn bum. Represent our last name with pride. So that's what I'm gonna do. So my sister gonna hook me up. We gonna get everything set up. When we come down, we're gonna try to do some football games. Because I don't even think you went to a Jackson State game. Hey.
A long time ago.
Oh, when I was a freshman in college. That was the last time my sister went to a Jackson State football game.
I will definitely go to the next one. I'm moving
we gonna take her. We gonna bring her down there, especially for October the 19th.
Yeah.
When we play FAMU. So when we play FAMU, we gonna bring her out there. So, but other than that, man, I appreciate everybody for joining in. I appreciate Uncle Sid for coming in and
thank you.
I appreciate Uncle Sid for coming in and giving his takes. If you missed the show, or if you missed part of the show earlier, we got the merch on deck. We got merch. We got the merch on deck. We just gonna start it off. We're gonna start it off easy. We're just gonna start off with the basic black and white right here. You know what I'm saying? Two already been selected. A small and a large has already been selected. So we already have a medium, an extra large, and a 2X. So you see my sister right here. We got merch on deck. So $40 and then $8 shipping and handling.
I know you got $40. Go $40.
See?
McDonald's get $40 for 3 people. Really too.
See, you see, like I said, you see what I used to go through when I was younger, man?
Yes.
Yeah.
Support our people.
Yeah, my sister said support her big. Support her big. But yeah.
Support the art. Keep it creative. We need these outlets for our people. We need to be able to communicate with each other on different platforms. We love you. We thank you for all the support you've already shown. And keep it coming. Tell a friend. Log on. Let's go.
But yeah, man, make sure if we already got 2 selected. I only have a limited supplies. We just try to see how fast I can get these. So and I will take, like I said, we're gonna get different color for different schools. We probably gonna get different color for different organizations too.
Man,
so make sure
cool name right there.
we can't do that. Okay. They'll put her. shut us down. We ain't trying to get shut down.
Marking your school name in there.
Yeah, you mark the school name up in there, but shoot, I ain't putting no pen out. So we gonna do different colors for different schools, different organizations. We just kind of see how fast we can get these sold and get a turnaround. And that way, when I talk to Merch Pack, we can go ahead and get a full size, multiple full size runs, and in different colors too. So, and we also, like I said, we also going ahead and setting up a website, and I'm trying to work on. That way, we can go ahead and get a link to do all that and get it out the way. But other than that, roll up out of here, y'all. Again, I thank everybody for joining me on this Sunday morning / afternoon. Again, Uncle said, happy birthday to you. Love you. I appreciate what you have done for me this whole time, being in this whole space. And everybody else, I thank y'all for helping me out and being there for me and supporting me throughout the whole process. But until then, I'm your boy, Doc Holliday. I'm the voice of HBCU sports and culture. Make sure you like the stream, comment, share, most of all, subscribe to the channel. And also, man, look, y'all be blessed. Y'all stay safe. Hug your loved ones.
That's right.
And stay dangerous out there. You will see me again live Tuesday morning. SWAC Media Day. Peace.